What's up, YouTubers? This is your boy Big Metroid Fan 12 coming to you with another video game review. And this time I'm reviewing the game The Tick, which was released on the Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis by Fox Interactive and Software Creation. And this game is based off of the Tick comic book series and the Tick cartoon series. Now, this game is pretty much a beat 'em up. Now, this game pretty much has no story to it outside the fact that this game is based off of the episode The Tick versus Chairface Chippendale from season 1. And pretty much the game has 44 stages in it, and it's divided up into 16 chapters, you know what I'm saying, with mostly beat 'em up stages and a handful of platforming stages, you know what I'm saying. Now the platforming sections has some subplots that don't make any sense, you know what I'm saying. But I do have to mention that the Tick comic book series and the cartoon show, which this game is based on, is I think a parody of just superhero comic books and and cartoon shows and stuff. I think it's mainly the tropes and stuff. I'm not sure if that's the case. Anybody who's a fan of the comic book series and the cartoon show can confirm that for sure in the comment section of the video. But anyway, the subplots on the platforming sections um, has to do with a couple of a few enemies, I guess, from the cartoon show. I haven't watched it in years, so I tend to forget that. But the characters that you face off against are the Red Scare, Chainsaw Vigilante, the Running Guy, or Clark Oppenheimer. And this happens if the Tick falls off the building, whether you get hit by one of the projectiles or you miss one of the other buildings as far as landing on it. You know what I'm saying? And and that's pretty much the main objective of the platforming section. It's pretty much dodge the projectiles. You know, but when it comes to the fighting stages, the enemies that you pretty much fight are pretty much generic cookie cutter enemies that are basically ninjas and all that. You know what I'm saying? It's like blue ones, red ones. I think I think it's like gray ones and stuff, or white. Either way, but that all of them are pretty much generic cookie cutter enemies and stuff like that. Now, the Tick does do kicks and punches. You know what I'm saying? Like the kicks are pretty much more much stronger than the punches. You know what I'm saying? Plus, they have a longer reach. Also, you know what I'm saying? The the Tick sidekick pretty much serves as the special move in the game. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know the guy's name is Arthur. He's like the a moth or something like that. But anyway, Arthur serves as the special attack. He'll take out all the enemies on the screen. You know what I'm saying? But the downside is you can only use Arthur as the special moves person like 3 times during the entire game, which in my opinion sucks. You know what I'm saying? You should like able to do at a max between 5 and 10 times in my opinion. But that's another topic for another time. You know what I'm saying? And one thing I did notice is that the Tick, unlike other beat 'em ups like Streets of Rage or Final Fighting stuff, that don't have any health pickups, you don't have any one ups, you know, and all that. Because one thing it does have that where other beat 'em ups don't, it's like if you pick up a particular item, you know what I'm saying, which is a face, a shape of a fish, another like superhero will show up, which is an ally of Ticks, will show up. He'll like have he'll connect to in a way the Tick's back, and it allows you to pretty much fight enemies on both sides. You know what I'm saying? You pretty much walk behind them. You know what I'm saying? There's like three allies that um, one of the three allies would show up when you grab that fist icon and stuff. But the main downside is that that fist pretty much won't show up that often when it comes to the beat 'em up sections. Now the graphics and design of the Tick video game is not bad. You know what I'm saying? It's actually pretty good with some nice color palettes. You know what I'm saying? And pretty much it is pretty consistent with the cartoon show and the comic book series. You know what I'm saying? So they was really faithful in that regard. You know what I'm saying? Now the gameplay overall is okay, but because you fight the same 8 enemies consistently, the gameplay and controls ended up being repetitive as a result. You know, now the soundtrack is okay, but there's nothing special about it. There's nothing that makes it stand out against other beat 'em ups like Final Fight, Streets of Rage, even Golden Axe. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't stand out against any other good beat 'em ups. You know what I'm saying? It's when you compare them to other when they're on Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Now I do have to say that the game does retain the humor that you will find in the Tech comic book series and the cartoon show. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that it the fact that it has no storyline or plot, it makes the game weaker. You know what I'm saying, from an overall perspective, and the game is repetitive too. Now the take for Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis had an opportunity to be a good game. You know what I'm saying? It had potential to be a good game, but it just ended up being repetitive. As you know what I'm saying. Now, as far as score, I definitely give it a 5 out of 10. It could have been better. You know what I'm saying? It could have had a sequel to if it would have been better. With that being said, if you like the take on Genesis and Super Nintendo, you can mention it in the comment section of the video. If you prefer the Genesis version over the Super Nintendo version, or vice versa, you can pretty much mention that too. You know, if you think that it's not the best beat 'em up, but it ended up being underrated, you can also mention that. With that being said, if you like this video, don't hesitate to click the thumbs up button and don't forget to subscribe. This is your boy Big Metro Fan 12 signing off.